course he sees nothing wrong with a little bump and grind with anybody of any age. Because you, society, in the same breath that you condemn it, have endorsed it. Much like your president. It works just like it worked with your president. See, in one breath, you condemn them being exactly who they have always been. And yet, they have always been this criminal motherfucker as you continue to support, purchase, put on television, mainstream media, social media. You incorporate it into your parenting style. Okay. I'll chill. I'll chill. My Slinky bun. Slinky, a Slinky. It's such a wonderful toy. Mr. and I did some yoga stretches last night. It was a struggle. Not that, well, it was physically a struggle too, but I said I wasn't gonna disrespect y'all like that. Let me deal with these lips. Where are these dark spots coming from? That's not even from a zit. Okay. I just had some oatmeal and stuff though. I need to call my people. But it's been a long week with funerals that you can't call a funeral because of people's grief and discomfort with calling it a funeral. As unreal as it may be, it's real. But I get it, so I'm not gonna show you that. I'm gonna respect it because I can't even fathom. I can't even fathom. Oh, are you con artists? I'm gonna need you to quit. I'm gonna need you to quit. I'm gonna need you to quit playing on people's grief. I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. It'll be a story time for later, but I'm thinking about organ donorship and something else. Ambulance chasers. We were laughing last night because... Okay, let me start again. We've been taking walks every morning possible. Fuck it, I'm gonna talk through it. We've been taking walks every morning possible. It's been great because sunshine is important and it's how you get your vitamin D. Years ago, I did a vitamin D video that was really popular. I really didn't say anything in the video. Okay, I literally didn't say anything in the video, but I was getting some vitamin D. And I was getting in some vitamin D introvert style. But that video was inspired by me having gone to the doctor, and I was a vitamin D deficient. And a couple of years later, Mr. had gone to the doctor, and he was vitamin D deficient. And as it turns out, the reality is that society as a whole is now vitamin D deficient. Realistically, it's the norm to be vitamin D. Now, women already have the problem when they get older, as do a lot of people, really. So if you think about it, it may not be age related so much as it is that as you get older, you're going out in the elements a lot less regularly. In general. And part of my deficiency came from, like when I was young, I used to tear some milk up. Like I could take out a gallon of milk because every day after basketball practice, I had one of these big ass cups, this size, of milk. And I would drink 2 of those. It was so refreshing after basketball practice and game, or any volleyball track. I played everything except for football. Tried to do that, but the coach laughed me out. Needless to say, it wasn't taken seriously when I asked. But the next generation is where they start having female soccer players that were merged with the boys team, because they saw me trying to play football. And so I guess they got inspired. So today there are actually co-ed soccer teams where I was raised. Anyway, the point is, most people in this society are vitamin D deficient as a result of lifestyle change and technological advancements, of course, because everybody's sitting behind a monitor now and not being active, so a whole host of other things are happening, and children are now plagued with diseases that we assess to be middle-age or older people diseases. So yeah, we have the children being plagued with disease and conditions that we only aligned with mature people, right? Like you got childhood diabetes. Now it's child. They just stick childhood in front of it so that it sounds normal. Childhood cancer, childhood diabetes, childhood, high blood pressure, childhood, you know what I mean? And arthritis. All these things that we attributed to middle-aged people or old people. Old people, okay, the body doesn't last forever for anyone. I don't care who you are. But in terms of health, maintenance, and functionality, children weren't, a lot of children, it existed. Please don't come All Lives Matter my videos. You know what, never mind, I said that. Y'all know I don't mind. I don't mind trolls. Come on, girl. Because I stay ready for it. But, so you can All Lives Matter this if you want to. But in general, I'm generalizing. Children have always been plagued with these things as well as older people, adults. But you didn't know a whole lot of children who needed to take an insulin shot. Take a pause during their school day for shit like that, for maintenance or treatment or medication for whatever alleged ailment they have. A.D.D medication, which is a chemical man-made, I'm going to go ahead and say deadly. I don't even want to call it medication, even though that's what it is, because the Farm Code has adopted that term. But it's a treatment, I'll call it treatment for being a child. For being a child. Attention deficit disorder. They didn't even bother to name it something else. They let you know. It's like, oh, kids can't focus on one thing. So let's drug the child so they can focus on one thing at a time. Why? Why do children even need to focus on one thing at a time? I get it in school, okay. But they're children. They're just like toddlers. They're taking in some of everything all the time. They're always, that's what life is. You're an eternal student. And when your mind is that open, is the time to start absorbing as much as you can to prepare you for said adulthood. To prepare you to be able to treat your own ailments in the healthiest way possible to keep the rest of you healthy. Or, have that option. And prayerfully, if you were raised rather than just procreated, you can think these things through as you develop into an adult, your own self. But that's neither here nor there. I made the short story long again. Scratch the last probably, I don't know how many, 5 minutes of my ponderings. But yeah, if you notice, you didn't go to school with a lot. If you're a mature person, you didn't go to school with if you're a mature person, if you're an adult age person of a number of decades, for a number of decades, then you didn't have a lot of kids in your class with shit like diabetes and high blood pressure and cancers. Shit, although people used to tease kids about being four-eyed with glasses, there weren't a lot of kids with glasses. Grown folks had glasses after a while, but there weren't a lot of kids with glasses. Hence the four eyes reference. Because now everybody getting some glasses, and if they're not getting glasses, they probably had LASIK. Yeah, they wouldn't have had a procedure, girl, on their eyeballs. When your eyeballs, people not out in these streets getting eyeball transplants. I mean, I know it was a long time ago, but even Sammy Davis Jr. didn't get an eyeball transplant on that eyeball. But so my point was, I still didn't get to it, did I? So my point was that most of society is going to eventually it'll be the norm to be vitamin D deficient. And even back then, years ago, and we were joking about this on our walk the day before yesterday. And I was like, even back then, I was like, doctors, I was like, I want my money back from that research. I want my money back from that research. Because the doctors were telling me that they had even most recently had a seminar, where they have a convention, and the whole convention was about vitamin D, and they were determining how much vitamin D the human body needs, and with how much regularity. And the end result was being out in the natural sunlight for 20 minutes for 3 times a week is all you need, is all your human body needs. In the natural sunlight for 3 times a week, or we taking these vitamin D supplements. But not only are we taking vitamin D supplements, they prescribe them. Vitamin D is prescribed. So, okay, doc, why don't I just go and get it over the counter? And if the dosage is one supplement a day, then how about I take 2 for a little while, and then I just go ahead and start taking the 1. I have a better option than that, but I'm getting to points throughout this banter. Okay, so, and I'm looking at the prescription ones, and I'm like, why? Like, why? Like, they didn't get that far to prescribe me no vitamin D. Bitch, I go stand in the sun. Okay, and y'all know my garden puts me outside for about 20 minutes a pop on a average day. On a good day, I'll be out there for hours. On a short day, just checking on stuff, it still might wind. I might go out there to check out something for a couple of minutes and still wind up out there for 15, 20 minutes. So, good there. But you got a prescription for me? No, you don't. Not for me. For Mr. They had a prescription when he went a couple of years later. They gave him a vitamin D prescription. It's still in the medicine cabinet. You know why? Because he took it a couple of times and there were side effects. Side effects from vitamins and minerals too? Really, mankind? Really, Trump America? That's what we doing? Like, our vitamins and minerals are deadly now? I bet they can't wait. They trying to get as it's legalized, they trying to get more control over. But I bet they can't wait till they get total control over the grows that are distributed at cannabis dispensaries. I bet they can't wait. My antennae are up though. I see you. I see you, system. No one else does. Like, literally no one else does. You know, even heavy hitters in the industry don't see you. But bitch, I see you. It's just that I can't do shit about it. But I see you. And I guess it doesn't matter that I can see you if you know I can't do shit about it, right? Because it ain't but a couple of indigos in the world. And the people out there calling themselves indigo girl, I'm getting to the point where, I told you I'm getting old. I don't have time to stress over bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I'll look up, just for shits and giggles, I'll look up and see someone calling themselves an indigo, and I'll go watch a video or 3, and I'll be like, this bitch, they're good. That's how much they convinced that they're indigo. So you can come over there and be like, you know what, never mind, I ain't gonna go in on them. Because other real indigos know the difference. It don't take no... But bitch, I was in the video for like 3 minutes, and I was like, okay, girl, bye-bye. You the same as everybody else that's saying that they're different. Except me, right? I'm the only one that's really different. But I know they feel like that too, so what I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna say? I don't care, but I go for shits and giggles because I could use the comedic relief in the country that I live in as a black woman. I could use it. I've been talking to y'all and sitting up here with my fingers in this pack like this. Still haven't just go ahead and pulled it open. This is how Mr. does. He tears corners off and he just pours stuff out. I told y'all that about popcorn, right? Yeah. But me, I'm like, let me just get in there. Get it too. So I got all these pills. Oh, that's what I was saying. Yes. So in terms of these literal experienced knowledgeable physicians having these conventions and seminars to conclude a sufficient amount of vitamin D is 3 times a week of 20 minutes in natural sunlight. I'm here to say that I want my tax money back that was spent on these studies. I want my money back. Because I don't think it took any kind of scientist to know that, you know, once we determined that vitamin D came from direct sunlight, I don't think it took a rocket scientist or millions of dollars of studies and research to determine that you just need to get outside sometime. I mean, if they would have paid me what they paid to travel and attend the convention, and what the convention paid to have, you know, food set up and whatever kind of other said situations and vendors to gouge you out of your money because you sucker enough to buy into it, y'all could have just paid me all that money. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all need to come to Tough Love TV, fill up the tip jar on the main page, okay, so that I can live as I share all this priceless information with y'all, so that you don't have to spend no money for those kinds of tests. You still gonna have to spend money for other, you know, technical shit. But shit like that, holla at your girl. And if you parents who are parent enough to be able to listen to someone else who can tell you something that's wise for you to use your own common sense and then make the best decision for your child because you love them, holla at your girl. But I'm gonna need Trump America to stop spending money on studies like that without just consulting me and paying me the money for it that you would have wasted on that stuff. I get it, you know, as the leader is, so the follower shall be. But I mean, you don't have to. You can choose better for yourself and for the people that you love. You can. You have a choice. But yeah, Trump America killing these kids. Oh, excuse me. Murdering these kids. And murdering black people for being black and living. And murdering Becky. when she think that black lives actually matter as much as any other life? This is gonna sound horrible right here, what I'm about to say. This is about to sound horrible. Let you know right now. But I'm glad it was Becky. I'm glad it was Becky. I'm not glad it was Becky because it was Becky. Well, I guess I am. I'm not glad it was Becky because it was Becky, the human. I'm glad it was Becky because it was Becky, the privileged female. And the reason why I'm glad it was Becky, the privileged female, because if it was Hank, I think those murderous bigots would still not budge as much. They would be like, oh, well, that's what he gets for, you know, because then you deserve to die if you think that black lives actually matter. Whatever color you are, you deserve to die then. So it would be easier for them to justify the murder if it was a male privileged person. So I'm glad that it was Becky, and I'm glad that Becky was actually visually pretty, according to American standards, like the deep, strawberry blonde. She was cookie cutter Becky, visually. And I love that. I love that. I don't love that she had to sacrifice her life. But lives will have to be sacrificed. But what I love most about the situation, I like how black people have the opportunity to kick back and be like, because only through Becky's martyrship are our grievances even considered. Because that way they can consider the grievances and they don't have to attribute them to something that allows us to live. They can just look at it as a furor for Becky having lost her life. Because only then will they maybe see any kind of, fuck it. Their minds are where their minds are. They are who they've always, the Bears are who we thought they were, bitch. The Bears are who we thought they were. Ooh, that's my, don't you? I notice you like me, don't you? So back to what I was saying before, those of you who shop here know where this vitamin pack is from. It's late in the morning and I still haven't taken them. That's cute, they made them pink. I hope they didn't do that to go out of their way to make them female friendly. Because I'm not trying to get poisoned by no pink dye that's wrapped around a pill that would otherwise be good for you. But they needed to be pink friendly, as we have conditioned all of the females to think is a color that belongs to us. Like men can't wear pink. I mean, Mr. don't wear pink. But he could. Like, real men look good in pink, girl. But don't mind me. I ain't trying to be y'all's alarm clock. I'm not. I'm just not. I'm too old for that shit. Okay, here goes nothing. It's a lot of damn pills, man. All the technology y'all ain't figured. Y'all poison us anyway. You ain't figured out a minimally poisonous way to blend all these pills in one little tablet. You know what reminded me to taste them? Is that the blue one that's sweet? Yeah. Y'all know what reminded me to take them? Speaking of brainwash, to take ownership of the color pink. LaBelle, girl. LaBelle formed in 1962 as Patti LaBelle and the Bluebells. Yes, girl. Ow. Okay. Y'all saw me spray that. I don't sweat that bad. Well, I have, but I don't sweat that bad when I have hot flashes. I sweat as bad as you see right here. It's bad enough though, right? So I was talking shit about those makeup removing pads because they don't work. At the dollar store, they don't. But this one is pretty decent. It still came from the dollar store. It has retinol in it, and it clearly lets you know it has retinol. So that one's not bad. So I use that like at the beginning of the day, in the morning or at night, or when I just come in from the garden. You know when my face is really grimy. But whenever I want to do what I just did, just to wipe my sweat off, or wipe any perspiration or germs or any heebie-jeebies I might feel from through the day, I just use some baby wipes. I used to tell people I use them because if they're good enough for a baby, then they got to be good at, because they don't care about humans in general. But you think they care about the children enough to be cautious for the children, but they don't. start killing us early, child. I like baby smelling stuff. That's how you know you're getting old. People be cramming babies in your arms, and you start minding less and less. I remember when I was younger. That's a story time. Anyway, we was at a co-worker's housewarming because he was moving into not assisted living, but he was moving into. He was an old guy and moving into his little townhouse. Anyway, we were all over there. Me and the white people, because that's what we do. We was over there, and one of them had brought their grandbaby, their newborn grandbaby, and so they brought that baby over there to me, and you know I don't want to hold no white baby. I don't want to hold no baby, but I don't want to hold no white baby. And I love these people. These people my people. They my family, right? Except for the old guy whose housewarming it was. That's not my family. But I still had love for him as a human being. Because black people are able to see everybody as humans. Even if you're full of hate, somehow black people is in us. And good. Because that's one of the huge parts of being human. So it's amazing that they can't see us as human. When a large part of being human is being able to have compassion for another living person as another human. Right? But y'all can be bad enough. Y'all can have so much hate in your spirit, which is not really human, right? You go around just killing motherfuckers or enabling the situation for them to be killed. Murdered, excuse me. I get mad when y'all be saying killed when it's murder, because it's deliberate, bitch. But, oh, I'm going too far. So, yeah, so they brought the baby over to me, the boss, the president, the CEO. Brought the baby over to me. So I was like, nope, you know what, nope. And I'm like, nope, this is a newborn. Don't push too hard. You're going to hurt the little newborn. Newborn is tender. Get the baby away from me. And so he was like, nah, bitch, here. We love you, and here. Here's the baby. So I had the baby, and I was looking at the baby. You know babies. So the beautiful little white baby. Look at the beautiful little white baby. Oh, beautiful. Here you go. I'm giving this motherfucker back. I don't care. I did the same thing with one of Mr.'s niece's children, infants. But to be fair, the other niece's baby, I was there for. I was here for her, baby. She was so cute. But yeah, I was like, no, take it back. And they was like, nope. He was like, look at you. And then the CEO wanted to take a picture, bitch. He was like, oh, yes. He's like, I can't wait. Because he was planning me and Mr.'s tribe of children, you hear me? But as was everybody else. As was my parents and his parents and my family, his family. It was like that. So they was like, oh, look at the baby. Oh, look, you look like a natural. Me and CEO, Guido, we called him. me and Guido was tight. I don't know if we was boys in a past life or whatever, but I got, man, me and men of all ages, young men, just like me and women, excuse me. No, me and women, I almost said me and ladies, but me and women, we vibe too, but me and men especially, because men are more adult in a lot of ways than women. Women hold on to some petty bullshit that they were conditioned into, but so do men. We all do. But anyway, I like how men are not as petty. Nearly as petty. So, yeah, it was a cute little baby. But I was like, don't be putting it on. Get this baby. Come get this baby. Okay? And the thing is, the babies be taken with me. The babies be like, oh, can I go live with this lady? No, bitch, you can't come live with me. But I love you, lady. I love you too, baby. I love you too, infant baby. But no. You know the sad part is, it's not because it's because caring for the baby would be a problem. It's because I don't want what caring for you, beautiful baby, will entail with dealing with your procreators. I'm not fucking with your procreators. You're beautiful right now. You're going to be beautiful for some years. But when they get through with you, you're going to be a motherfucker like the rest of society. And I'm not going to be fucking with you. I'm not going to do it. I'm not gonna do it. But right now, oh my God, I love you back. Ooh, let me infuse as much love as I can into you. That's what I really try to do. When I'm around babies, I try to infuse as much love into them as I possibly can. Especially when I know they're gonna need it in the household they about to come up in. You finna need this love. And I hope you put it in your back pocket so you can use it later. Cause he's gonna fuck you up. Oh, now back to this exercise situation. I'm going to have to split this up into two different kinds of videos. So, Mr. and I, we have been walking in the mornings. And I'm proud of myself. Because You know, we always say we want to do stuff and whatever. And then, you know, as we get older, we having aches and pains. And then when it comes time to do something, we're just like, you know what, maybe next time. I don't really feel like it. It's easy to, it's too easy to do that. But I just get on up, and it doesn't make sense we don't take advantage of nutrient-rich and medicinal supplements we have. I'm not talking about this store purchase shit. I still haven't taken these. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about we have cure-all medication and nutritional supplement that we take advantage of. And as it works, we need to show our gratitude and respect by maintaining the mechanisms of our physical existence while we're here on this earth. I said that like we superhuman. We are. We superhuman. That's what we are. You know, deal with it. If you've been around the channel long enough, you know it. You know we are. We just are. And we found each other. It's like some John Hancock type stuff. Remember? He was drawn to his wife and he couldn't figure out why. Because he didn't know, you know, I guess your memory goes or whatever. I don't remember the details. But I remember that they were both superhuman. And no matter how, and they found each other. They managed to always find each other in the world. And so, but we're still human. Super or not. Super deluxe. Super mega maximum deluxe. When you reduce it all down, we're human. And when you take care of this package that we were blessed with. All of this, and all of this. Sing it, Nippy. And why didn't I just take it? Because it's going to make me feel full and bloated and shit. Oh, speaking of, tell them, Nippy. What you believe? Speaking of the children, right? Yourself, it is the greatest love of all. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of our pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. I decided long ago, decades ago, bitch, never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I live as I believe. No matter what America takes from me, and keep my dignity. Because love is happening to me. The greatest love of all. Bitch. Learning to love yourself is the greatest love. Toot toot. Hey.